Now,
And you don't want to break that bank.
Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community.
You can't break that bank.
You can't break that bank. So let's take a look at tonight's starting lineup as we get ready for the boys' game. First for Gillette. At one guard, a 6-foot senior. He weighs 165. Number 2, Trey Larson. At the other guard, a 6-foot senior, wearing number 12, Andrew Hayes. The forwards, a 6'2 senior, wearing number 5, Talon Nelson. A 5'11 senior, wearing number 24, Cale Meisler. He's the sharpshooter. Actually, he's listed as guard. And Brandon Koch, 6'4 senior, number 43. So Koch and Nelson will be the forwards. Meisler and Larson and Hayes are the guards. And for your South High Bison, they'll come out like this. At one guard, 5'11, 5'10 junior, or number 2, Michael DeBrine. The other guard, 5'7, he's a junior, number 3, Marquez Jefferson. And the other guard in the 3-guard offense, 5'10, junior, 24, Austin Barker. The two bigs down low for South. Number 30, Richard Blackwell. He is a 6'2 senior, averaging over 17 points a game. Shane Dilber, 6'1 senior, and he wears number 35. So that'll be Shane Dilsaver. Richard Blackwell will be the forward. The guards, Michael DeBrine, Marquez Jefferson, and Austin Barker, as we are ready for nightcap action here in 4A Eastern Conference basketball play.
I'm not going to fool you, Steve. I'm not going to fool you. This is not the same Gillette team that we've grown accustomed to the last 20 years in Wyoming basketball. They literally have a losing record. They're 8-10 overall, 3-4 in the 4A East Conference. You don't see that from a Gillette team. But in their defense, look who they graduated last year. Seth Mowerkirk, Cody Kelly, obviously Mr. Wyoming, Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years in a row, scored 1,700 points in his career. But
go ahead.
The last 2 games, things have kind of turned around for them. They beat Central. They crushed Central, and then they beat East by even more than what they beat Central by.
The thing that jumps off the page at me about Gillette is they're not a very big team. 5'11", 6', 6'2". The biggest guy they're starting on the floor is 6'4". In years past, they've had 6'6", 6'7 guys, 2 or 3 of them in the starting lineup. So
last time these two teams met, we were down by 5 heading into the fourth. We did not have Richard Blackwell that game either.
So here we go. Going to jump it up, and Blackwell's going to win the tip to Dilsaver. South will start with the first possession here. Again, moving right to left to start the game. And it'll be Jefferson to Austin Barker. Looking down low to Richard, and it's almost turned over. Sal barely saves it there. Wow.
Boy, that was nice hustle by Austin.
Scrub to start the game.
Shouldn't have passed it, and he saved it.
And Gillette looking like they want to use a lot of hands early in the game, so that's off of Gillette. Oh, I thought it was going to go out of bounds, but there's a turnover, and here comes Meisler. Gets it left side to Larson. Meisler to Hayes.
Now, Voigt's not starting. He's their leading scorer.
Now, number 43 down low, right hand, can't get it to go, and there's going to be a foul, and I believe they're going to get Gillette on the foul.
Eli Voigt averages 13.4 points a game. I thought he'd be a starter. I don't know.
Might be some disciplinary action.
Either that or he comes off the bench and does it. If he does, that's pretty impressive.
So Gillette's going to start with pressure on the defensive side of things. Just man pressure. Not going to trap out of it. South will get it across the line to Barker. Mike DeBrine. He's going to drive. Kick it back out to Barker. Shane Dilsaver left baseline. Feeds down low to Richard Blackwell. Oh, Richard just can't handle it. Turns it over.
Trying too hard to get it down low, my opinion.
Now Larson. Ooh, boy, looked like a little carry there. No call, and he misses the shot. Number 3 is going to put it in. Number 43 is going to put it in, and he's fouled.
It's going to be on Marquez. First basket of the game. Yeah, I can understand you want to get the ball to Blackwell because you want to get him going early, but there's times when...
Yeah, but last time they had it, man. He was there. If he just would have held it, there was no one behind him. He could have turned around and dunked it. He just couldn't hold it.
But you see, there was backside defense coming to help out. It was Cale Meisler, actually, who came on the backside to break that pass up.
Now Jefferson's going to drive, get down low, and get it knocked out. Played just over 3 minutes in this game.
And the video's back on.
Left.
The video's back on for those of you watching. That was a...
Gillette will have the ball. We'll bring it in. They'll be under their own basket after the great defensive play. Hayes was going to go coast to coast.
How could you not like that pigeon?
That is nice.
How could you not like it? That's what happens when you get knocked out by the school's firewall.
Oh, actually, they're giving the ball. I think it should be Gillette ball, but yeah, it is. Austin Barker went out to take it.
Want to see if they're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know? It's been a pretty fast-paced game. 4:56 left in the first quarter. I mean, it's only 6-5, but it's been up and down, which is the type of game South likes to play.
And Meisler gets it on the inbounds, can't get it to go, and he's going to get his own rebound, and it goes off his leg out of bounds.
Now, yeah, I can't blame Meisler for missing that point-blank range because that's only the 42nd time he's shot a two-point shot this season. So
that's not his range.
It's not his range. It's too close. He's such a lethal shooter from long range.
And Barker goes right by him on the dribble there.
Barker with 2 turnovers early.
Now Mike DeBryan kicks it out. Barker thought about the 3 on the right wing. He gets it to Richard Blackwell. Blackwell spins, gets in the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Great athletic move by Richard there.
One thing that Richard does well, Steve, he gets to the free throw line.
So Talon Nelson.
He averages 11 free throws a game, Steve. That right there is just a sign of someone who's aggressive and wants to get to the basket. 73% free throw shooter on the season. Was 80% before he had that where he was suspended.
He makes first. Brendan Nelson checking in now for South, and number 43 Brandon Koch coming back in for Gillette. 6-6 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Richard Blackwell looking to give South the lead.
You want to know how I remember Eli Voigt?
How do you remember Eli Voigt? As Richard makes his second.
Kyler Cummings scored 33 points against him last year here at Shine.
Is that why Eli wears number 33?
Yep.
In remembrance of that. Meisler will have it in for Gillette up top, and they'll kick it right side, number 31 into the game. Get it out to Koch.
That should be offensive.
Yes! And Dennis Fanning right there with the emphatic call.
Brandon Koch, he's their rebounder. Steve. He averages 6.6 rebounds a game. Only averages, well, he scores 2. He averages 8 points a game, but
he's got 2 fouls in the early going, so he's in foul trouble in the first quarter.
That's huge because he's their leading board getter.
So South with the lead and the ball. See what they can get done. Give it to Brandon Nelson. Feeds down low to Richard. Richard looks for Shane, kicks it out to Michael. He's going to get in 15-footer. Good! 5 points for DeBryan, 3-point South lead. Here comes Gillette quickly the other way in transition.
That was real quick. I almost didn't get the camera.
Boyd across to Meisler, looking down low to Hayes. Hayes gets doubled and out. Yes! Jump ball there.
It's going to be Gillette ball. But
a great defensive play as he had the ball on the right block, and they doubled him.
That was a great defensive play, and what's huge about this, now the possession arrow is going to go back to South. So,
and it looks like a little bit of a mismatch with Hayes on DeBryan. There's a 3 from Hayes. It's no good. And Voigt gets the rebound, can't get it to go. And, boy, he's just offensive rebound after offensive rebound there. Someone's got to do a better job on that. Mike DeBryan for 3. No good. A big Brendan Nelson rebound. He's going to put a left hand up and in. Now, boy, they don't waste any time getting the other way, but Voigt misses the shot. Rebound Nelson. South 11-8 lead, and they have the ball. 3:12 to go.
On the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Get it to Blackwell. Rich is going to drive. Just loses the handle. Looking at the ref. There's nothing to look at the ref for.
When you don't hear a whistle, you've got to play.
Now Voigt tries to get in the lane. Boy, he almost traveled with it.
Well, he got the ball deflected by Michael DeBryan as he was driving through traffic there.
Now number 31, Durgan, gets cut off. Hayes.
Got to watch where Voigt's at all the time.
3-pointer. No good. Wow, it's over the back, number 12. Good get there.
2 players you really got to watch for Gillette when they're out when they're towing the 3-point line. Obviously, Cale Meisler, such a good shooter from there, but also Eli Voigt. Eli's he's hitting 46% of his 3-point shots. So
Gillette will pressure.
South leading 11-8.
Full court, they get it into Shane.
Nice move by Shane.
Steal saver. Coast to coast, gives it off to Isaiah Dix for 2. So give Shane an assist, give Isaiah a bucket.
That's his second assist
South
this
now
game.
with a 5-point lead. Hayes looking for a cutter in Larson, but the communication wasn't there, and there's another Gillette turnover.
Gillette as a team only averages 11 turnovers a game. They force 17. So this is kind of unusual to see Gillette turning the ball over as much as they have, early in the game at least.
So Mike DeBryan will get it across the timeline. Gets to Brendan Nelson on the left wing. Nelson's going to drive. Nelson right hand, good! So Brendan picking up his offensive game as well. 7-point South lead. Meisler set to check back in for Gillette along with his counterpart, number 24, Austin Barker for South.
Yep.
Hayes gets fouled on the way to the bucket. It's going to be on the floor.
It's going to be on Shane. He reached in as he was driving. I love the composure of Mr. Grenowitz.
He's composed.
Down, please. Well, I tell you what, he really helped me because, you're my official whiz. I don't know many of these calls. And he was able to pick up the slack for you, Steve.
Yeah, it sounded good. Eli Voigt puts the right hand up and in.
He was uncontested. Nobody even put a hand in his
quickly
face.
The other way. Barker's going to stop and pop a 3. That's good.
South leads 18-10 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Largest lead of the game for South.
I got to keep playing defense now. Now there's an open. Hayes for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound Barker. Here comes South, minute 26. They're pushing it, transition. Oh, down low for
that's going to be South ball.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, that's
Eli Voigt knocks it out of bounds.
Sorry, I got a little excited
Man,
there.
I know. Marquez. Man, watch those passes.
Yeah.
South will have it underneath, get it to Nelson.
Yep, he traveled.
Ooh.
He did. kind of close if you ask me. I don't think his feet moved before he started dribbling, but I've gotten used to that always being called a travel. And they call that against every team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
It depends. I can really see the feet. Boyd, 3. That's no good. Isaiah, big for a rebound. Then he gets it knocked out of his hands by Larson, who's going to fire up a big 3. That won't go. Another rebound. Meisler's going to try a 3. Wow, if you just keep letting them have them over and over and over, they're finally going to hit one. Under a minute to go now.
That was a little
5
over.
points South lead.
What started the initial melee down there, Isaiah Dix had the rebound.
Yeah.
Honestly, on that rebound attempt, that was a little body contact when he went up in the air. They didn't call it. I'm glad they let it go.
Well, he had the ball. Hang on to the day.
Hang on to it.
South, they need to get those things that you put in your hands and get hand muscles built up.
Or glue.
They don't do very good handling the ball. Now they're in the
South still leads, though, 18-13.
Boy, he got 2 hands on him.
And there's a
another turnover.
Marquez Jefferson going to be charged with that.
South had the ball, had an 8-point lead a minute ago. We're looking to go. That's a travel there they didn't call. 5, 4, 3, 6. Long 3. Oh, no good.
Probably not the player you wanted shooting that one.
So after 1 quarter play, South put the lead on the home court. It's the Bison 15, the Gillette Camels 18, the Gillette Camels 13, and you're listening to high school basketball, 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see a Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call us Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
So South will have the basketball to start the second quarter.
Say hi, Keith. Keith, say hi. Such a professional, though. I give him that, man. What was
South?
That? Was that a popcorn kernel? So South will have possession to start the second quarter. That's why that tie-up was key late towards the end of the first quarter there.
Now, they cannot go into a scoring drought. They need to keep moving the ball and scoring as they have been. 18's a good number for them in the first quarter. Give it to Richard, looking for the give and go to Michael. Now Rich is going to just lose the ball. And a turnover like that gives it to a – boy, there's no contact there.
But Gillette fans thought there were.
That's a nice flop job by Hayes to make it look like there was contact. Don't turn around and look, Austin. Just listen to what they're saying. Right wing to Brian. Look down low to Richard. Boy, South is not doing a good job getting the ball inside.
South is doing everything they can to give it to Gillette. Thankfully, Gillette's knocking out of bounds for us right now. I think that was just a crisscross communication. The play was meant for Blackwell, but Barker came cutting in as well. So
I almost gave it away there. Knocked out.
Number 5, Nelson for Gillette. He averages 6 points a game. He's got those long arms, though.
So Barker will have it. Get it on the left wing to Dillsaver. Gets it to Mike DeBryan, left side baseline. DeBryan up top to Barker. Out to Mike. Thought about the 3. Now he's going to drive, get in, put a right hand up, can't get it to go. And nice rebound there. Offensive rebound by Brendan Nelson.
That was actually Blackwell who got the offensive rebound, and he gave it to Nelson underneath the basket.
Meisler for 3, can't get it to go. And a silly pass there. Richard Blackwell got the rebound and then just threw it away.
South leads 20-13 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Just a minute in to the second quarter.
I mean, they have a right idea on all these passes, or a lot of these passes. They're just...
Well, South playing motivated. You know what's helping them right now? I'm not going to say it too loud because I don't want Coach Lackey to hear me. It's because Gillette's playing a man defense on us. South's offensive struggles come on the floor when the other teams play zone.
In and out for Meisler there, but Barker does not do a good job of boxing out,
That's going to be on Shane.
then there's going to be a foul.
Want to thank all the viewers from Gillette who are watching, or from wherever you are. Cheyenne, because it's supposed to be cold outside. You don't want to come to South. We prefer you here, but hey, we understand, and thank you for watching us.
Hayes has it underneath, and he'll get it into Larson. Thought about a three. Shane shuts him off. Now Talon Nelson gets it left side. Kale Meisler. Nelson. He's going to get in. Oh, and he can't get it to go.
That should be.
Man, who's the foul going to be on there?
It's going to be on Shane.
Yeah, but he's going to sit down. That's 3 on him.
One thing they do gain, though, with Isaiah Dix coming in is you gain more of an offensive output. You know what? Have you noticed that all of their two-point shots have been, like, long? All of their short-range shots have been long.
Man, Meisler just can't buy one from 3.
So maybe you give up those 5-foot jumpers. Because they haven't hit one.
South within the offensive end and a 7-point lead. Gillette ice cold shooting the ball tonight. Now they get it down low to Richard. He's going to jump, get it knocked out of his hands, and man, another turnover down there. And now Gillette's going to pull us out and throw it away.
4 turnovers for Richard. He's trying to do too much under the basket. He's got strong hands. He's just got to make sure he keeps both hands on the ball when he's going up for the layups. It's just easier for me to say than it is done, though.
Yeah, he's giving the ball away a bunch tonight.
4 turnovers on Blackwell.
Now they get it down.
There's the
nice
give and go.
Oh, Barker can't make a layup.
That's unusual to see Barker miss that.
This is not a good shooting performance by either team. Now Nelson, he misses a layup with the left hand.
What did I tell you?
It's atrocious basketball right now, folks. Boston, Barker 3 can't get it to go. Up big for a rebound. Ooh, Dix looked like he got hit in the face. But I had a lot of bodies between me and him, so I couldn't really tell. Koch going to try a 2. He bricks that. Quickly ahead, Nelson fumbles the ball. Gets it down low to Barker, who fumbles it. Oh, my goodness.
3 turnovers on Austin this game.
Give me an ice pick. And there's another missed layup
What
by
I tell you,
Larson.
Gillette cannot hit a 2-point basket.
Unbelievable, man.
Gillette shoots so many threes that they cannot hit a basket within an inch of the rim. Wow.
Oh,
I have never seen a team that is so good from three-point land miss so many layups.
And that goes for both these teams.
And yes, I'm talking this loud for a reason.
First one's good for Meisler.
They can hit free throws, they can hit 3-pointers, but boy, you give them a wide open layup, they miss it.
20-14,
But
5:02 to go.
I do want to say, like Steve said, it's both teams that are missing, not just Gillette.
South's been terrible. In the second quarter, anyways, after a nice 18-point output in the first.
But we still lead 20-15.
Absolutely. Now DeBryan.
That's going to be South ball. Oh, no, they're saying it went off Michael's hands first. South putting themselves in these positions right now.
Yeah, they're just not careful with the basketball. DeBryan tried to go baseline, got actually trapped by 3 guys and just couldn't get it out. Koch out top Durgan. Durgan, Voigt. Down low.
Don't leave him that open on the 3-point line, man.
43. Koch, he missed the layup.
I'm not lying, man. It's amazing.
Now Mike DeBryan's going to go into the lane, and
they're calling it a block. One was going to call a charge.
No! They're calling it offensive.
Oh, are they? Yep. That's Michael's first. 6th on South. Another offensive turnover for the Bison.
So 20-15. Gillette not doing very much to take advantage, that's for sure.
Got to watch 34. He's the one who beat South in the 4th quarter last time we played him.
Big 6'7" sophomore. Now Meisler, left side Voigt.
I see Voigt with just an inch of space, and I get nervous when he catches it. He's such a good three-point shooter.
He'll get a left wing. Now Durgan tries the three, and that's good.
And that cuts it down to a 2-point lead. South leading 20-18 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. South's offense gone cold. They've only scored
2 points here in the second quarter.
Yep. Lencho checked in.
Now Richard with it.
Boy, they're really double teaming down low on Richard, though. Oh,
and there's another turnover. My goodness.
Beltran throws it too hard. Nice steal by Beltran to get it back, though.
Ooh, well, he did. He walked.
Was that Michael?
No, Marquez.
Third turnover on Michael. South still leads. Even though they've turned the ball over about 7 times this quarter, they still lead by 2.
They need to get going here. 18 points in the first quarter, 2 in the first 5 minutes of this one. It's been their problem all year.
Nice steal by Beltran again.
Droughts. Now Mike DeBryant gets it to Brendan Nelson. Left hand up and in. Nelson showing nicely for himself tonight with 8 points. 4-point South lead.
That stops the drought. That's important. We went 5, almost 3 minutes
kickball
without a field goal, Steve. Actually, 4 minutes. We went 4 minutes without a field goal.
Brendan's got both of them in this second quarter.
Thankfully, Gillette's offense has been just as stagnant, though.
There's a shot in the lane. Did not see who took it.
Number 34. 34.
Yeah.
He gets the first points in the paint for Gillette this game.
22-20. Under 3 to go on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Now number 40 going to check in for Gillette. His first action, Lane Tucker. Jefferson with it out top. Gets it on the wing to Nelson. Up top, Florencio. Beltran. Mike thought about 3, then he's going to actually take it. Good. 8 points for Michael, 5 points South lead.
Stay on Meisler. Don't let it. Now, you know, I'm saying stay on Meisler, but you got to watch all the other shooters as well.
NBA 3, no good. Blackwell comes down with the rebound, goes behind the back, gets hammered, and puts it in.
That was.
What an athletic play.
That was an ESPN top 10 right there. ESPN top 10. That was a behind the back, in your face layup, and the foul. South pushes their lead back up to 7, has a chance to tie their largest lead of the game by hitting if he hits this.
Broke my pencil, got excited.
8-point lead for South, 28-20.
Gillette quickly the other way. Get it out top.
God,
Durgan.
Do not leave their 3-point shooters all alone.
Meisler gets a 2-point bucket in the lane there. His 7th point. South up by 6, and they have the ball. Nelson down low to Richard. Richard gets in the lane, and he's fouled on the way to the basket. That's only going to be the 6th foul on Gillette, but I think
saying
Meisler,
it's on the floor.
Oh, 40. I thought Meisler was the one who fouled him, but Lane Tucker.
Richard was begging for the shots. It was on the floor.
So now both teams with 16 fouls.
They got to watch number 40, though. Look at number 40. He's really muscling up on Richard. I don't think you realize how strong, and he's getting warned right now.
Who is?
Number 40. Number 40 from Gillette. Holding them, shoving them, everything.
Mike DeBryant with it. He's on Meisler. Gets it down low to Richard. Richard, nice pass to Beltran. Richard puts it up.
He traveled.
Oh.
He traveled. Yep, I saw it. I hate to say it. I saw it. South fans don't agree, but it was a travel. He lost his balance when he did the pump fake, and he took some steps, Steve. South still up by 6, though.
Meisler to Holst left wing. And it's turned over. Mike DeBryant with the steal. Richard Blackwell gives it off to Marquez Jefferson. Minute 20 to go. South with a big 6-point lead, trying to build on it. Someone needs to move to the ball, and Richard finally gets it.
Boy, number 40 is holding them all the time, and they're just not calling it.
There's going to be a foul there.
But it's going to be a 1-and-1.
So Richard will go to the line.
It's going to be Cale Meisler.
I believe that's only his first foul.
Richard Blackwell tapping his head for a sub. I don't know if you want to take him out, man. I know, Richard, you're tired, but. Dix is going to check in for him.
Minute 6 to go, first half. Blackwell with the 1-and-1 here. Makes the first.
He's already shot 4 free throws a game so far, Steve. Like I said, he averages 11 free throws a game.
He has 8 points, so he's about halfway to his average.
South leads 29-22 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. 1:06 left. This free throw is brought to you by Tri-State Veterinary Clinic.
And he makes them both, and he'll get a well-deserved break. Yes.
He has been playing a heck of a game.
8-point South lead here.
Even though he's had 4 turnovers, he's been able to make up with it with his aggressive offensive play in the paint.
He just hopes that Gillette's shooting woes continue. And there's a nice entry to Koch for a 2-point basket.
South breaks the press pretty easy.
Under a minute to go. 6-point South lead, 30-24.
This is the longest South has had a lead against Gillette ever.
I believe Voigt draws a foul there on DeBrine.
DeBrine going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. You know what I like about South's thought process right now?
What do you like about South's thought
They're
process?
attacking the paint. They're attacking the paint where Gillette's kind of weak, and it's getting Gillette into foul trouble.
Mike DeBrine can't make the first.
You saw that as soon as he let it go.
Now here comes Koch the other way, but it's 1-on-4, so he's going to have to pull it out to Larson.
Do not leave Voigt open.
Hayes, right side, Larson. Goes baseline, left-hander, puts it up and in.
Boy, now those shots are starting to fall for Gillette. They must have heard me.
20 seconds to go. Jefferson gets to Barker, steps back for 3 there. His feet weren't set. And looking for the rebound, but comes away to DeBrine, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line.
It's going to be a 1-and-1.
So Voigt picks up 2 quick ones in the span of about 30 seconds here, right at the end of the half.
You know, Michael's a 72% free throw shooter on the season. One of the better free throw shooters on South's team, you know, so hopefully that one miss was his one. So South leads by 4.
Makes the front end there.
Last week against Laramie was the first time since DeBrine was a freshman that he was held without a field goal.
Wow.
Yeah.
And his second is good.
6-point lead.
Out lead, 8 seconds. Quickly ahead. Oh, man, that's too easy. They get it to number 43, Koch. And that's going to end the first half. So after 1 half of play here from the Bison Dome, it is South 32, Gillette 28. Come back for second half action here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for number 1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com, and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on her website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs, and the best part is she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you through the entire process until you sign your name on the dotted line. Your path to owning your own home is only a click away at mistywoods.com.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
When you sell your home, there's a lot to worry about. Is your home priced right? Is it being marketed properly? With Misty Woods from Number One Properties, not only will she make sure that your home is priced accurately based on market value, but she will also ensure all potential buyers are aware of your listing. With her personal and professional marketing of each listing, you can rest easy by leaving all the big details to her. Visit Misty at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE woods.com to learn more about what Misty can do for you. So start taking all of that stress away from selling your home by visiting mistywoods.com or call her at 307-214-7055. Misty Woods and Number One Properties. Expertise and friendly service is just a click or a phone call away.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is number 46, Shane Dosaver from the South High Bison football team, and you're listening to the game on 1112 BISN, your Bison network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, coming at you with the American Storage and Postal Halftime Show. We got an exciting one here in our second game of our doubleheader. Your South Bison lead Gillette 32-28 at the end of the first half. And I'll tell you what, South turned the ball over 17 times in that first half and still lead 32-28. It's been great defensive effort, as well as Gillette not being able to really hit any shots that are 5 feet or closer, 5 foot or closer to the rim. South's being paced right now by Michael DeBryan, who's got 10 points, 2 rebounds, followed by Richard Blackwell with 9 points, 8 rebounds in the first half. And Brendan Nelson coming off the bench with 8 points, 4 rebounds. Then you got Austin Barker with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and then Isaiah Dix with 2 points, 1 rebound. For Gillette, they're being led by number 24, Cale Meisler with 7 points. Number 43, Brandon Coates with 7 points. And then number 33, Eli Voigt with 4. Number 31, number 34, and number 31, Ian Durgin with 3 points. And then number 34, Kane Moorhead with 2 points. And number 2, Trey Larson with 2 points. That's Gillette stats. I do not know how many turnovers they have, but they had quite a few turnovers, but they probably had more missed shots within 3 feet of the basket that I've seen a team in a long time. And, you know, one thing about Gillette, though, you live by the 3 and you die by the 3. And in terms of three-pointers, they've only made 3 so far in the first half, which is unusual for a Gillette coach team. I'll tell you right now, but they've got the game where they wanted. They're only down by 4. South withstood a 4-minute drought of shooting, still had the lead without scoring a basket in 4 minutes, and go into the second half leading 32-28. That's your American Storage and Postal halftime report. Stay tuned here in about 3 minutes for second half action on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you. Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have them sew that patch onto your letterman's jacket for you. Specializing in sewing, tailoring, and embroidery, A Stitch in Life will bring your letterman's jacket to life. Give A Stitch in Life a call at 307-426-5009 or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard and let them know 1112 BISN sent you.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of family entertainment. Every parent in Wyoming knows the importance of being able to draw up an activity that'll get you out of the house for a couple of hours. But it needs to be affordable. It needs to be family-friendly. Above all, it needs to be fun. Now, let's talk about high school sports. Bang for your buck, school sports provide the perfect game plan for your family. You'll enjoy all of the drama and excitement competitive sports offer. You'll be supporting the future leaders of our community in a meaningful way. Best of all, you can take the entire family without breaking the bank. Heck, you won't even dent it. Now, enough chalk talk. Let's get out there and see what's playing at the high school in your community. School sports. Good for our kids, good for our community. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
What do high school students, student athletes, police, fire, and military personnel all have in common? They often have a need to have patches and other items sewn on the letter jackets, jerseys, sports officials' clothing, and uniforms. That's why you need to see A Stitch in Life here in Cheyenne. They are the high-quality, low-price experts for all your patch attachments, sewing, and embroidery needs. Shannon and her staff specialize in sewing and embroidery and will give you fast, quality service for a low price. So if you've earned that academic or athletic letter in high school, proudly serve as a policeman, fireman, or military member, then call A Stitch in Life at 307-426-5009. Once again, that's 307-426-5009, or visit them at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard for all your sewing, tailoring, and embroidery needs. And make sure to tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Tired of paying rent? Tired of living in a
The
house
one, the only,
that tells you what is?
Keith Granowig, on his way to the 3A, 4A state tournament. So Keith Granowig on his way to another 3A, 4A state tournament. Kelly Walsh, Natrona.
Where's that atmosphere?
Oh, yay. Have fun coming home Saturday night from there.
We're talking to Keith Grenowig, who we just found out got assigned to the 4A West Regional Tournament in Evanston, Wyoming.
So here's the deal, folks. South up 32-28. They did go into a bit of a dry spell to start the second quarter. They only scored 2 points in the first 5 minutes. Then they turned around and scored 12 in the last 3. So 18-14, the 2 quarters for South offensively. They need those type of numbers here in the second half.
They cannot have 1 quarter off because Gillette's been keeping pace with them. I mean, they've scored 28 points. So,
and Hayes gets it right to
that's going to be on Richard.
Number 43, Brandon Koch.
Now, I'm going to throw out my official wisdom here. The reason why that was a foul, Steve, was because even though he jumped in the air and his arm didn't come down, he jumped into the shooter. How's that, huh?
Sounds all right to me.
Should I get the stripes on?
Yeah. You'd learn a little thing or two about what it's like. Oh, did they give that to Shane?
Did they give it to Shane?
Yeah, they gave it to Shane. The official book did. Now they're changing it.
That's only the first on Blackwell.
I hope they're changing it. Kim Hinker furiously typing away. So now it's down to just a 1-point lead.
Well, I respect her for what she does. I see that thing and I freeze.
There's a lot of stuff going on there. Looking for a back cut. Richard
throws it right to Gillette, and that's going to be south ball though. Ooh.
Man, we cannot come out and turn the ball over like this. Take care of the ball.
There wasn't even a south player there. He threw it directly to Cale Meisler from Gillette.
I think he thought he was going to try to hit Shane Dillsaver on the cut. But.
Got to get it in. Got to get it in. Got to get it in.
And timeout.
Nope.
Or nope, they did get the 5. So there's another turnover.
First offensive possession of the half, and you turn the ball over. Only leading by 1, 32-31.
South's got to play good D now, get some stops, and they got to start scoring. Meisler off the cut, 3, can't get it to go. And 2 South guys go for it at the same time. They almost lost it because of it. Jefferson with not a very good pass there. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers here in the second half.
Threw it directly to the Gillette players.
Man,
that's
slow it up and get into something.
Man, that's – how could you not see the Gillette players standing right there?
3 ball. Larson can't get it to go. Rebound. Now South's going to move it up quickly, but don't make a stupid pass. Barker, as Meisler falls down. There's 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Nelson, left hand up and in is good.
And I think
Coach
Schaefer's calling a timeout. This is a very good timeout.
Not the way you want the second half to start here.
I know you want to feed it to Black. This is exactly this is how they started the game. They were trying so hard to feed the ball down low to Blackwell that they got out of their offense. You know, if it's not there, don't force it. And that 3 possessions, 3 turnovers, you've been outscored 5-0 to start the quarter. And now you've given Gillette the momentum. That's something you did not want to do, was get Gillette the momentum.
Nailed it right on the head. South comes out sloppy and not a good situation. They now find themselves just down a point, 33-32. And they will have the ball here, but they have got to take care of it. Nelson checking into the game for Marquez Jefferson.
And he only had 1 of the 3 turnovers, so I don't know.
Maybe he just needs a little bit of a break. Gillette with man pressure in the backcourt.
One thing that Austin has really well, he's got some moves when he's got the ball. So,
boy, Gillette's really stepped up the defensive intensity. You got to give them a little bit of credit for how they're stepping up the intensity here in the second half. Shane gets it outside to Brendan Nelson. He's going to drive, get a right-hander up. Oh, and it's good. Wow, it didn't look like it was going to go there for a minute. 10 points for Brendan Nelson. Give South that 1-point lead back. Now they need to play with the same type of defensive intensity that Gillette's come out with.
That basket went in because of the air conditioning unit.
And Koch gets in and puts a left-hander up and in. So he's kind of picked his game up now. 5 points here in the third quarter. Nelson gets it down low. Blackwell. That's pretty easy for Richard to back him down like that. And that'll be 11 points in the game for Richard.
Boy.
Seesaw back and forth battle here in the second half.
Koch just let him have that one.
Meisler for 3. Good.
38-36 is the score now. 3 lead changes on 3 straight possessions, Steve. Great game going on right here at Cheyenne South.
Was Meisler their quarterback?
Yep. Set the record for the most passing yards in Wyoming high school history this year, but then got suspended for the state championship game.
Oh, the football game is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Barker has the ball out top. There's a hack.
They could have called that 4 seconds ago. I'm not going to say nothing, though.
He smacked him hard across the arm.
That was one of those, why didn't you call that earlier?
Yeah. South's going to bring it in. They trail by 2. Every possession a premium here in the second half of this game.
And just so you know, this ties the largest lead of the game by Gillette.
Another turnover. Steele. Hayes. He's going to go all the way in. Lay the right hand up. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound and a putback for Koch.
4-point lead for Gillette, 40-36, as we've been outscored now 12-4 in the second quarter.
Now DeBryan gets to the hole right hand, put it up and in.
Well, he went right around that Gillette defender in front of the basket. That Gillette defender just flopped trying to get the charge. 40-38 now. South lead trail by 2. Sorry, on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Durgan for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound, and they get it up ahead to Austin, and he's going to wisely slow it down. Good job. But then he's going to try the 3, and that's not a good shot.
Yeah, I don't think Schaefer wanted that shot either. But you know what? He's such a good three-point shooter. Why not try?
Yeah, I mean, can't just put no handcuffs on him. And I believe Meisler's going to be fouled on his way in.
It's going to be Austin. Want to give a shout-out to his sister, one of our loyal listeners. She lives, I want to say, California. I can't remember. Viewer and listener on 1112 BISN. Hey, for those of you who know, we have created it. Oh, that was too easy. The inbound pass.
Durgan puts it up and in.
He's wide open. Nobody's in front of him.
That's an effort thing. Another timeout for Jim Schaefer.
It's going to be full.
So let's take it with him. You listen to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, if it fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-3477. Or stop in at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1. Custom Illusions, your hydro dipping and automotive specialist.
Got 2 new players who checked in for Gillette, it looks like. 15 and 12.
So South outscored 14-6 here. And it's turned their 4-point lead into a 4-point deficit here in the third quarter. We're at the midway point of said third quarter. Big possession here for South. O'Brien's going to get to the lane. Right hand, up and in off the basket. Off the backboard, rather, and he's got 14 in the game.
That cuts the
2
lead back
points
down
to that
to 2.
lead. Hayes gets it right side to Holst. Koch to Voigt. A lot of banging going on down low. 3-pointer there. In and out, no good. DeBryan with the rebound. And he wisely slows it up, checks it up. South to tie the game or take the lead here with a 3. DeBryan going to try that 3, right side, no good. So last couple possessions, quick 3s for South, and they come up empty-handed. Now Gillette, 3 of their own from Hayes is good.
Hayes averages 10 points a game, Steve, so that should have been a foul. You can't reach over the back of somebody and not get called for a foul. But then you know what? Gillette is the mecca of basketball, so maybe it was a clean. It wasn't
Durgan.
Now, the last 2 years, there has been a Gillette fan that's been kicked out.
Yeah, it's been the same guy, too.
He's not here this year, though, so.
Shout out to Mr. Kelly if he's up there at Gillette. South with the ball now. Get it down low to Richard. Back out to Austin Barker. Up top to Dilsaver. 5-point Gillette lead.
Largest lead of the game for Gillette, 45-40. Take your time. There's still 2.5 minutes left.
Barker, 3 good. That was a big one for Austin. South needed that.
Cuts the lead down to 2.
You'll be interested to know I filled out a questionnaire for the National Federation of High School Basketball. And one of the questions was, do we think there should be a shot clock next year? Hayes with a 3, can't get it to go. Jefferson with a rebound. So they're at least thinking about maybe putting a shot clock in. Barker going to stroke another, can't get it to go. Oh, and Nelson just overcommitted. He had great position. Barker falls down, and Holst is going to put it up and in with the left hand.
South down by 4.
Man, a scoring explosion for Gillette
47-43.
in this third quarter, just what South did not need.
They've scored 19 points.
Block.
Going to be the third foul on Gillette this quarter, this half. South only down by 4. That's the whole thing is we went into that turnover spree, not hitting shot spree, yet we're only down by 4. We've been outscored 19-11, yet we're only down by 4. So, I mean, that's a good thing. So
Jefferson with the ball up top. He's going to go get to the baseline, put it right end up, and just throws it off the underside of the back. Now he needs to hurry up and get back now. Gillette really transitioning the ball. Nelson, 2-point basket.
South's defense playing.
Holy moly, South.
Not really hustling back on the defensive end, Steve.
It's like they're losing that confidence already. They're only down 6. They're in the game. 3 there by Barker. And that goes. So Austin trying to single-handedly keep him in it here. He's got 6 points in this quarter.
More importantly, that cuts it down to a single possession lead. It's 49-46 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Now under a minute left in the third
Get out
quarter.
on defense, yes. Now Moorhead back in the game, the big 6'7" sophomore. Nelson gets to Meisler. He's open for 3.
Yeah, can't leave him open. That puts it back up to 2 possessions. There's going to be a...
What do we have here?
He touched the ball before we inbounded it.
So there's going to be a technical foul on 34.
Touched the ball as we were trying to inbound it. You can't do that.
That can help. South gets 2 shots and possession.
Well, we had possession anyways, too, so that was good. So Richard Blackwell going to the free throw line for South. He's going to get 2 free throws, 52-46. And one thing I'll know about 34, watching in the JV game, he doesn't think he fouls. And he let the officials know every time in that JV game when he got called for a foul, it wasn't him.
Richard, pretty good kid to put at the line.
52-47. Richard got to tie his shoes.
Making the most of his.
So that makes it a 5-point deficit. This is exactly where we were at in Gillette, 5 points down. So I want to get this down lower.
Makes them both, and South can get the ball back.
41 seconds left.
4-point game and possession for South.
This quarter is brought to you by Capital Communications Incorporated and Misty Woods from Number One Properties.
Kez outside to DeBrine. And
Wasn't
Mike
there.
throws a bad pass there, but luckily gets it back. They got to watch trying to feed Richard now. He's got a 6'7" kid fronting him, so you're not going to get the ball to him through that 6'7" kid.
South's going to hold for the last shot. 14 seconds left.
Oh, DeBrine gets stuffed by the 6'7" kid.
But Dillsaver gets the rebound.
And Austin Barker gets to the hole. Oh, Richard Bagwell cleans it up with the offensive rebound and the putback. And what a flurry there to end the third quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, we got a tight one. It's Gillette 52, South 50. And you're listening to high school basketball on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Here's a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job to get those custom graphics? Go see Randy Peterson at Custom Illusions to get those custom graphics put on through their hydro dipping process. From mild to wild, Bit fits, it dips. And if you have any questions, give them a call at 634-DIP. That's 634-347.
So,
That quarter break brought to you by Custom Illusions.
so Gillette reels out 24 points in that quarter. They only had 13 in the first, 15 in the second. So 24 points puts them, vaults them to a 52-50 lead. So South needs to have another quarter like the first or second where they hold the Gillette to 13, 14, 15 in that area. and they need to score the 16-18 that they've been scoring.
One thing we cannot do is open up this quarter with a slew of turnovers like we did the first and third quarters.
Cannot let Gillette Camels make a run.
That's the one you don't want to have holding the ball when Kale Meisler is guarding. And granted, Shane Dilsaver is a good ball player, but Meisler is a good defensive player.
DeBryan gets the 15-foot, puts it up, can't get it to go. Richard with the rebound, and South will reset the possession. Now Richard, right hand off the glass and in.
That ties it 52-52 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
17 for Richard. He's got his average, but they need to keep feeding him. Larson with the ball now for Gillette. He steps back. He's on the line. Can't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to South. Quickly ahead, Barker. Wisely slows it up. Gets it down to Richard. He's going to get to the hole. Put it up. Can't get the right hand to go. And there's going to be a foul underneath. Let's see who it's on.
I think it's going to be on Richard. It's only his second. Brendan Nelson set to check in. Who's he checking in for? Barker?
I believe so.
You know, I'll tell you what, Nelson's got 10 points.
Bencho Belcher coming in.
Brendan Nelson, 10 points, 5 rebounds off the bench for the Bison.
Pretty evenly distributing the scoring for the Bison tonight. DeBryan with 14, Barker with 9, Richard with 17, Brandon with 10.
And there's Lencho with another steal. That's his third steal this game.
Quickly the other way. Jefferson outside DeBryan, 3. Oh, that would have been a big one, but he missed it. Boyd with the rebound. Boy, it looked like he traveled.
And they don't call it.
No call. Now, forehead 3 from that side is good.
How do they not call that travel, Steve?
That was a big one.
How do they not call it? Even Gillette fans know that was a travel because they're quiet, putting their heads down low, and they got away with one there.
Just such that it turns into a 3 at the other end.
Yep, South trailing 55-52 now on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
DeBryan out top to Jefferson. Marquez. To Beltran. Down to Brennan.
Not a good
he
pass.
tries to feed Richard, who's being doubled on the post. And now there's a scrap the other way.
It's going to be Gillette ball. Getting some tempers.
Hey, they're just going after it.
Yeah.
That could have been a foul on DeBryan, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. But
he was going for the ball. He wasn't doing anything dirty. Ball and 3-point lead, 6 minutes, under 6 to go. And it gets stolen away from Hayes that time. Up ahead to Jefferson. Now he loses the handle, but luckily Brendan's there to get it the other way. A lot of bumping and contact going underneath.
South down by 3 still.
Nelson to Jefferson. Back to Nelson.
On the floor, it's going to be against Gillette. South down by 3. Number 12.
Andrew Hayes picks up his third.
Is that the 5th foul on Gillette?
It is.
So they still got a foul to give.
So this has been pretty cleanly played for a 4A boys game.
Yeah, it has. Been really physical, but you know what? The refs set that precedence in the first half. And
now DeBryan's going to go by. Boy, getting reached from behind. Must be no contact there. And Hayes gets it swatted by Nelson. Get it out of here. Return that to the sender. But here comes Gillette with numbers the other way. Almost got it swatted by Beltran there.
Quickly, 5-point lead now for Gillette. 57-52 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. It's an exciting game. Richard, you know, on that fast break, he had the right shot, but he did have a wide open player on the outside.
Nelson up top to Jefferson. Left side, Mike DeBryan. And there's going to be a Gillette foul on 43 there.
And Richard lets him know, too. He's holding him the whole time. They're finally calling it. I think 43 underestimated Richard Blackwell's strength. He's been down there holding him this whole quarter.
So now DeBryan with it.
I'd clear out the baseline and let DeBryan take him to the hole.
5-point Gillette lead. Boy, he just
turned it over. Try to spin move.
Now here comes Boyd. Stop, pop for 3. Oh, my goodness.
And there it is.
That's a dagger there.
Largest lead of the game. This ties the largest lead of the game by either team at 8 points. 60-52.
Timeout South. It'll probably be a 60. If it is, we'll take it with them. Let's check it out.
It's a full.
60-second timeout. Gillette leads 60-52, 4:23 to go here on 11-12 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Is your home beginning to look like an episode of Hoarders on the A&E Network? Then head over to American Storage and Postal. With 555 storage units ranging from 5x10 to 12x42, they'll have the right size unit that fits your needs. American Storage also has warehouse units with heat, phone, and power. No need to worry about the security of your belongings because American Storage is equipped with 24-hour video surveillance and a computer-controlled entry system to ensure the safety and security of you and your property. So before the clutter pushes you out of your house, call American Storage at 307-635-9335 or go see them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them 1112 BISN sent you.
There's 4:23 left in the game.
Plenty of time. You're down by 8. Now, unfortunately, you've been outscored 8-2.
8-2 in this quarter.
Yep. One thing that happens in very close games like this, though, is tempers will start flaring. So South's got to keep their tempers under control.
And they've got to make the best of every offensive possession. Nelson, the give and go to DeBryan. Trapped underneath. He gets it out to Jefferson. Marquez is going to get to the hole. Nope. Dish it off to Richard. Gets up. He's hacked. Puts it up and in. Blackwell with 20.
Well, he got 2 guys up in the air.
Yeah, and that's 43. That's number 4 on Koch. I keep taking it to him. He'll have to take a seat on his next foul.
South trailing by 6 right now, 54-50. South has a chance to cut it down to 5 points here with this made free throw. 31 doesn't have the defensive prowess to hang with Blackwell. He doesn't have the strength, I guess you could say. Who's number 31?
Ian Durgan.
Durgan.
Richard makes it. 21 points for him. Cuts the lead to 5.
60-55.
This is South needed. Now they need to add a stop on top.
And you're only hitting the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Boy, let's try 3 from the left baseline. That's good. Wow.
You cannot give him that much space on the 3-point line, Steve. I've been preaching it the whole game and pregame and
you've been preaching it, brother. Talked about it all week. Richard turn around.
Not a smart shot.
Just an out of control shot, really.
Yeah, that wasn't a smart shot. You're down by 8, 3.5 minutes left. You got to get a better shot than that. Every offensive possession is important now because now Gillette, if they want to, they can slow the game down a lot.
See what they do. Hayes, boy, he's going to go all the way to the hole. Lay it up. Can't get the right-hander to go.
He traveled.
So Mike drugged that foot.
5 turnovers on DeBryan this game. He's got 14 points on the game. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 5 turnovers.
Bubba Hladky. Begging.
Did you call him Hladky?
Hladky.
Coach Lackey, really good guy.
Begging down there for some fouls.
He picked up his dribble. You got to get up. Why did number 5 get the ball so easy? That's going to be on South. That's his second. South's 4th foul of the half. So we still got 2 to give.
Disappointing second half here for the Bison. They played real well in the first half. Had them set up nicely. 4-point lead at halftime, but
that's a hook. They're going to call that on DeBryan.
Call hold.
That could have been both ways. He hooked He used his elbow to get around him, and the ref, he just didn't see it because of where he was standing.
So Ladke making some hay with his complaining down there. He's got 2 quick calls after just screaming at these guys.
Steal by DeBryan. That's a makeup call. But you know what? I think that's a good call.
I think it's a good call.
You know why? Because he wasn't set. He wasn't set, so DeBryan going to get 2 free throws for that.
I thought it was a good call.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Kale Meisler working the refs now. And he gets the first. South down by 7. 63-56. Plenty of time left in this game. 2:46 left. You're only down by 7. South will be in the 1-and-1 for the next couple fouls.
He makes them both. 63-57, 6-point lead. Now South, for the first time, showing a little bit of backcourt pressure, but they're backing off it pretty easily. So 2:37 to counting. Got to have a stop. Got to have a stop. A couple of Gillette players on the floor with 4 fouls. Get it out top to Meisler.
Offensive foul. There it is.
Oh, there he's gone. Hayes is gone.
Hayes is gone.
Take a seat. Number 12.
South down by 6. That's a huge turnover by Gillette. We have a chance to cut this down to 3 or 4 here. I'd take it cut down to 3, but Coach Lackey letting them know, not happy with that call, but you know what? They've been having a lot of moving screens, you know, and they finally got caught.
Now Koch also has 4 fouls in the game, so they could take it at him with Richard. That puts 2 of their starters on the bench. 2:23, so South's got to have something here with this possession. Boy, South's been in every game they played this year.
Now, you know what? Jefferson has stepped up his game in the 4th quarter each of the last 3 games.
Hey, there's a turnover there, Nelson. The Blackwell's going to get called for the foul there.
That's only the 3rd on Blackwell. That was our foul to give.
No. So Gillette will inbound right in front of our position here.
Turnover, you know, when...
That was a bad turnover there.
Is Jeremiah Jonke here?
That's bad. No, Robert is.
Robert is?
Yeah.
I think in his report tomorrow, if South cannot pull this game out, down by 6 right now, it's going to be by turnovers. And Koch just got away with an elbow on Von Barker.
Now Meisler has it.
And they're doing exactly what I thought they would do. They're going to slow it down, keep the ball outside, only take a shot if they need to.
Fortunately, Gillette's a pretty good free throw shooting team, so.
69% as a team. South's got to do something. They're down 2 possessions right now. They're not going to take those wide open threes. They're going to force South to foul. Watch number 5 all alone. There's the foul. That's a good foul. It's going to stop the clock.
But puts the wrong guy at the line.
Meisler, 82% on the season.
He's got 13 points in the game.
South's got all offense out there now.
A lot of offense on the floor.
Minute and a half left in this game. I'll tell you what, turnovers, man. Turnovers. That makes it a 3-possession game now. 64-57. Turnovers is going to be the topic of this game right here.
He gets them both. Back to an 8-point lead, minute 32 to go. South's got to get something quick. Can't move it around too long.
Jefferson's got to come up with one of those big threes that he's known for hitting in the fourth quarter.
Oh, my goodness. He had an open look there. Boy, they're wasting too much time to get Richard a two-pointer. Timeout.
65-59 now on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
60-second timeout. Let's take a quick one with them here on 1112 BISN.
Your Bison Network.
Have a package that you need shipped somewhere? Then visit American Storage and Postal. Not only will they custom pack your shipment, but they will also ship the package for you using UPS, FedEx, and USPS. But their service doesn't stop there. At American Storage and Postal, you can also rent mailboxes for personal or business use. They also offer other services such as fax, copying, and notary. Give American Storage and Postal a call at 307-635-9335. That's 307-635-9335. Or visit them at 1903 South Greeley Highway and tell them that 1112 BISN sent you. Are you a high school student that has received an academic, athletic, music, or any other type of high school letter? If you are, then bring your letter and your letterman's jacket to A Stitch in Life, located at 1024 East Pershing Boulevard, and have it.
Definitely check out A Stitch in Life for all your sewing, patch, and alteration needs. Minute 8. South down by 6. Gillette will have the ball. South coming off the timeout to set their defense here.
They're going to do full court.
Probably going to be looking to foul here pretty quick.
I think if they get a clean inbound, you're going to foul. But in my opinion, you want to force another player to get the ball rather than the normal two. That timeout by Meisler. That was good inbound defense there by South. Another full timeout. Let's take one with them on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Let's talk about the X's and O's of...
Hey, I've got a question. Why pay all that money for an expensive airbrush or paint job for custom graphics? Here's an idea. Check out Custom Illusions and put on those graphics with their hydro dipping process. Go down and see Randy Peterson. And if you got a doubt, hey, he'll let you know. Give him a call, 634-DIP. That's 634-3477, or stop by at 909 East Fox Farm Road, number 1.
Tired of it. And it's 80s metal night here at Cheyenne South High School with your DJ, Scott Noble. Got a great playlist going on over there. Want to give a quick shout out to my brother-in-law, Eric Felix, and his wife, Barbara Felix. Gave birth to their second child today. Hopefully she's doing good. Hope the baby's doing good. Hope Papa Eric's doing good. And Aunt Dina, who's here in town, is doing good.
Special shout out to my baby boy.
Happy
16.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Cody.
Literally the big 16.
Yeah.
Literally.
He is in Pocatello, Idaho at the Simplot games, along with some other members of the South Indoor Track Team. They get it into Voight. They're going to have to foul somebody quick.
Well, let's see if they – yep, there's the foul. Austin.
And it is number 2, Larson, that gets fouled.
He's probably one you wanted to foul. I mean, out of all their free throw shooters, they're all good. He's a 69% free throw shooter. So, South down by 6.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow. Tap time 11:30, I believe, for the girls, correct?
Yes. 11 o'clock for the S&J Science pregame show.
And he misses. So Richard Blackwell gets the rebound. South needs to come the other way with it. They need to get something going in a hurry. Down 6 into Richard. Richard is fouled on his way to the basket by Meisler. He makes the bucket. He's got a chance to cut it to a one-possession game.
65. I tell you what, 65 to 61. He's got a chance to get it down to 3 right here. He just overpowered Meisler in the paint. Overpowered him.
25 in the game for Blackwell.
He's been playing like a man possessed. Want to give a shout out to Shane Dillsaver just because he's sitting right in front of us.
Make it 26 for Blackwell. It's a 3-point game. Nice substitution here because that allows South to set their defense with the clock stopped.
South down by 2, 65-62 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. 50 seconds left in this game. That's the one you don't want to get the ball. Unfortunately, it's Kale Meisler who gets the ball, and for you Gillette fans, I'm pretty sure that's who you wanted to get the ball. For us South fans, you didn't want him to get the ball. Brandon Nelson set to check in, as well as Blackwell. And this is going to be a 2-shot foul regardless. No, 1-1, still 1-1.
15 points on the night for Meisler.
And surprisingly, how many 3-pointers does he get? 3? 2?
2 of them, 3 of them. Student section sitting on their hands. This would be a good time for them to be up hooping and hollering.
I'm imploring him to get up. Nobody. They're looking at me like, what's he doing? I'm raising the roof. And he hits both. And that pushes it back up to a 2-possession lead, 67-62 now. Jefferson surprisingly traveled. Yes, he did.
To Brian.
Yep.
Oh, that's that offensive?
Yep.
Oh,
that was offensive all the way. I hate to say it. That guy was not only standing there that long, he had already started a campfire. He was camped there for so long. Not that you didn't want to turn the ball over right there. You're down by 5. Don't let Meisler get the ball in the inbound. Foul him right there. Foul him. That's who you wanted to foul.
And Austin Barker's going to be done for the night.
I only got 4.
I got 5. Let's see. Scoreboard
Yep,
has
5. Yep. Austin Barker's going to finish the night with 9 points, 3 rebounds. Great night by Barker.
So Larson's going to go to the line here.
He missed the front end of his one-on-one earlier. Now this is a 2-shot foul, as Gillette's now going to be in the double. Both teams in the double bonus for the last 37 seconds.
Makes the first one.
So it's still a 2-possession game. That's important. 68-62. You got to hope he misses this one here. He's a 69% free throw shooter on the season. And
3-possession game, 37.3 to go. So not looking good for South to come out of here with a victory tonight. Things don't get any easier tomorrow.
And Jefferson got a really good, smart pass there. Thankfully, number 2 knocked it out of bounds for Gillette. Jefferson's only had 1 field goal attempt, and that was that one that hit under the basket. Last 2 games, he's been on fire from 3-point land.
Mike DeBryan gets to the line with the left hand. Offensive rebound by Nelson and a putback. Brendan's been real quiet in the second half after 8 in the first.
Got a foul. That's actually going to be on number 5 is going to go to the free throw line as DeBryan fouls out. Michael DeBryan fouls out. Number 5, a 50% free throw shooter.
So a good guy to foul, but not a good guy to foul out. Your sharpshooters fouled out of the game.
Still down by 5.
Gabe McDonald can check in.
He's good from 3, though. Gabe can hit the 3. Michael DeBryan going to foul out with, 10,
12, 14,
16 points, 4 rebounds, 3 steals. Number 5's first free throw is up and in. Gosh darn it. Still a 2-possession game. Got to hope he misses this one. Now, if stats say anything, he should miss this one.
And they don't say it.
They don't say a dang thing. Got to get a 3.
7 point.
Got to get a quick 3 here.
Gillette lead. Gabe stops and pops from 12. And a foul there.
That's going to be Brendan Nelson's first.
Five-point lead, 8.7 to go.
71-66 on the Dairy Queen scoreboard. Gillette came into this game averaging 69 points a game, so they're right on their average. They give up 60 points a game, so they're also on the average of giving. He makes the first. That's still 2 possessions. Still a 2-possession game.
Misses the second.
Got to be quick.
Got to get a quick 3.
Got to get a quick 3.
Got to hit the 3. Got to hit the 3 right now.
Doesn't matter.
That's way off, and that's going to do it. The final score here from the Bison Gymnasium, it's Gillette 72, South 66. Oh, my goodness. So close. Stick around. Alan will be back with the Mile High Tree and Lawn postgame show. here on 1112 BISN.
Paying rent. Tired of living in a house where a landlord tells you what is or what is not allowed in the home? Then visit Misty Woods for #1 properties at mistywoods.com. That's MISTIE Woods.com and begin your journey to owning your own home. Search through all of the homes that Misty has listed on the website. Then schedule a meeting with Misty and let her get to work for you. Misty will help you find the home that meets your needs. And the best part is, she will walk you through each and every step of your purchase and truly guide you.
Hey, this is Alan with the Mile High Lawn and Tree and Care postgame show with our 11-12 BISN player of the game, Brendan Nelson. Brendan, but I tell you what, you came off the bench, you scored 12.7 rebounds. You guys had it all the way with Gillette. It was the turnovers the difference. I mean, what were you guys just trying to force it too much, or what do you credit Gillette for a lot of those turnovers?
I feel like we were trying to force it into Richard because we know he can score anytime he wants. And we wanted to get back in.
You guys played well with Gillette. Probably your best game you played, honestly, since the East game 2 weeks ago. How does that build the confidence going in with Sheridan tomorrow coming up?
We had a good game, and we feel like we can go out and beat them. We only had one bad quarter last time. If we just come out and play all four, we'll be good.
Brendan, how much of a confidence booster is it for you to come in to this game coming off the bench, scoring those 12 points, but more effectively dominating the glass when you were out there? How much of a confidence boost is that for you, knowing number 3 Sheridan coming in, tall team?
I feel like if I go out and play as hard as I can and do whatever I can, I just get whatever I want.
Right on. Brendan Nelson, the 11-12 BISN player of the game. Thank you. Great game tonight. Great game here at Cheyenne South, as South unfortunately was unable to hold on to their lead and fall to Gillette 72-66. Make sure you tune in tomorrow as your South High Bison host for the girls, the #1 ranked Sheridan Bronx, and for the boys, the #3 ranked Sheridan Bronx. S&J Science pregame show will be on at 11 o'clock, followed by girls at 11:30, and then boys at 1 o'clock. If you're going to be driving from Sheridan, please drive safe. And for all you Gillette fans, thank you for listening to the game. And 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.